Hey, welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Shagdog's here once again. And we're doing, hope my mic's working because I don't hear anything. Oh yeah, I hear stuff. We're doing, maybe that music was a little too loud. Yeah, just a little bit too loud, but that's okay. There we go. That should be good, right? Yeah, why not? And we're doing Buffalo Wild Leap Brewing's Oktoberfest. They're out of Atlanta. They also have a brew house or whatever, restaurant, whatever, in LaGrange, Georgia. Beer Advocate, no score, but 6.3% ABV. They say it's a Marzen and no notes or anything on it, no score. Untapped gets a 3.8 out of 5 out of 876 ratings. More people rate beers on Untapped than Beer Advocate nowadays. I guess it's just easier. They probably got an app. I don't know. Does Beer Advocate have an app? I'm not sure. It says on Untapped, a traditional Oktoberfest-style featuring 4 of our favorite German malts and hopped with Herkules and Perle hops. This Oktoberfest is a smooth amber lager with a medium body and slightly sweet caramel notes. Now, they say it's an amber red lager in their actual beer style. Beer Advocates say it's a Marzen, so I guess we're going to find out, right? Let's get into it. Yeah. Ow, fuck. Yeah, fuck me, right? I don't know why I can't pop cans open. Can't like my fingernails can't catch it. I mean, I'm catching it, but I just can't lift it. It just feels weird, you know. All right, a little head coming up, but give it a somewhat heavy pour there. Yeah, it's kind of light, but I mean, it does have that copper, slightly cloudy, copper, gold, amber beer there, yeah. So it's not as dark as I like with some Marzens, but I guess we'll see how it tastes. I'm just hoping it's not one of those American beers that just tastes caramely and sugary, yeah. We will soon find out. And I will try to guess whether it's actually a Marzen style or an amber lager, since 2 different sites say 2 different things. I mean, they say Oktoberfest on the can, right? So it can't be an amber red lager. I'd rather go with Beer Advocate on the style, I think, more than Untapped. But then again, Untapped is a little bit more active than Beer Advocate lately, so I guess we'll find out. First, we'll give it the old snifferoonie and see what the smells are, what the notes are, right? Not the smells. Definitely smell a little bit of the Perle hops. A little hoppy. Did they say it had Munich malts in it? German malts and hopped Herkules and Perle. Yeah, it smells a slight caramel, not heavily caramel. Maybe a light bready, and those Perle hops, and I'm guessing the Herkules hops. I'm gonna say, I mean, right now it smells more like an amber lager than an Oktoberfest, but let's taste it. Here we go. Cheers. Prosit or Prost. It's not bad. I'm not getting an overwhelming Marzen sensation out of that, though. Slightly like a Marzen. But I think it is leaning more towards an amber lager. I don't know what would be an amber lager, though, compared to a If Untapped is saying it's an amber red lager, and Beer Advocate is saying it's a Marzen. I mean, basically with a Marzen, you're going to get a full-bodied lager that's rich, malty, toasty, bready. I'm getting a little bit of some of that, but not a lot. A little bit of caramel. Very light breadiness. A little malty, toasty in there, but not a lot. What the hell does amber red lager say? I probably should know this since I've been reviewing beer since 2011, but I have a real bad memory. Real bad memory. Don't you hate when you're listening to some music and you get a commercial in the middle of it? Yeah. All right, so amber red lagers. Let's check. Oops. Amber red lagers, malt and hops, medium body lager, toasty at caramel-like malty character. Hop bitterness can range from very low to medium high. Yeah, well. It's weird. I'm going to say it is more of a Marzen than a red amber lager, actually. You can swing either way with this, though. It's like if someone gave this to me and said, yeah, try this amber lager, I'd be like, okay. Yeah, this amber lager tastes a little bit like an Oktoberfest. And then someone else give me, hey, here, try this Oktoberfest. This Oktoberfest tastes like an amber red lager a little bit. It's kind of a little bit of a both. It's on the light end of an Oktoberfest. So maybe that's why Untapped says it's a red amber lager. I don't know what the brewing process they use to make this Oktoberfest. But it says Oktoberfest, but then it says Bavarian style lager, which Oktoberfest is a lager. And Oktoberfest, yeah. I'm just going to say it's okay. I mean, the whole dark lager range goes from here's all the beers that are dark lagers. Amber red lagers, Czech amber lager, Czech dark lager, European dark lager, Marzen's Oktoberfest, Munich Dunkels, Rauch beer, Schwarz beer, and a Vienna lager. They're the dark lagers. Then you got brown ales, which are ales, most alt beer, American brown ale, but other stuff that's dark actually, but they're not lagers because they're dark lagers or Bocks. You have Bocks, Doppelbock, Eisbock, Maibach, which Maibachs aren't really dark. Wiesenbach. You have dark ales. Scottish ale, winter warmer, double. What other type of dark beers you got? I'm trying to think. Even some of those like California Common, that's dark. This California Common, that's an ale, I believe, though, right? Pretty sure, yeah. And now you got pale lagers. There's some certain pale lagers that are dark, The list goes on and on. There's so many beers. I wish I could drink them all. Really need to go through that whole list of all the different beer styles one of these days and just say, hey, I never had this. I don't recall ever having this beer style. I've got to find it. But I'm going to go ahead and grade this. I've been going on and on forever. I think it's Marzen style, but I do think it's a little bit more of an amber red lager. It has characteristics of both. But I think it is a Marzen, made in the Marzen style. It's not the greatest Marzen it has. Easy to drink though. I'm gonna give it a C plus and a swallow. There you go. Simple as that. Yeah, so there you have it. Shagdog does it once again. I'm not sure. I got one more beer to drink. I'm not sure if I want to throw another one in there to maybe bring it up to 4. I don't know. Hey, we got a comment. Thank you for commenting. It is Jammer Fan Returns. Once again, love you, dog. I probably should have spelled Shagdog that way, D-A-W-G. But when my original nickname was Shaggy and Jammer added on a dog, Shagdog, that was back in the 90s. So, Snoop Dogg. I could have went with a D-O-double-G, but I just went with a D-O-G. But I probably should have added a D-A-W-G. Yeah, well. What can you do, right? Thanks for watching, Jammer Fan. Yeah, I got one more to do. I might try to throw another one in the fridge or freeze, get it cold, freezer. Cause I got room to. I can't fit beers in my fridge, and I got to keep them in my beer closet until they're ready to be chilled. But I can chill a beer for 30 minutes in the freezer, right? Yeah. I got another Oktoberfest. Maybe I'll throw one more in there. So I'll have 2 more beer reviews to do. I'm not quite like Jammer. I can't do 9 beer reviews. Now, on a good day, I might be able to do 6 or 7 beer reviews. But yeah, it's been a while since I did 6 or 7 beer reviews, actually. My limit's like 4 or 5 at the most. And mainly, I think that's due to my job. My strenuous work environment has me worn out. My body doesn't have time to recover, so I can't even enjoy the beer because my body is still recovering from work. And then the beer's hitting and it says, wow, well, this feels good, but we're still in recovery mode. So hence, I can't drink as much beer as I used to. That's what I'm thinking. But that's all right. It's an all right beer. If you ever find it, it's out of the Atlanta area. Wild Leap. Nothing to write home mom about, but yeah, it's a good beer to have on hand if you want to give free ones out to your friends. Depending on the cost, of course. And depending if you have friends or not. Yeah, so I got another great one. Hopefully it's good. It's a local Oktoberfest beer, so hopefully that one's going to make Shagdog happy. It's a funny can, and we'll see what happens with that one. We'll see you in the next one. Man, it's getting hot here. I might have to turn that fan higher. Ooh. All right. Shagdog Spitter Swallow beer review. Let's get this beer down. We finish our beers. Spitter Swallow beer review. That's a rule. Out of the 3,000, 4,000 beers we drank, give or take a few, I've only not finished, I'd say, less than 2 handfuls of beers. Because they were pretty bad beers, but no more than 10. I'd say it was even like 6 or 7, maybe at the most, out of the past, how many years? 13 years of doing beer reviews. Probably 6 or 7 beers that I didn't finish. And Jammer, as far as I know, 1 or 2 that he didn't finish because one beer was so bad he had to pour it out. He says this gets an F-, and he's not going to finish it. I remember that one. There might have been one more. Yeah, so that was definitely a double spit, I think. Most of our beers get a swallow. There's been a couple, maybe 3/4 of a swallow, and then I've had a couple spits myself, yeah. Yeah, let's get into this. Next beer coming right up. Yeah. Gotta love Oktoberfest, huh? Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Spit or Swallow Beer Review, Shagdog.